Good morning. In this video lesson, I am going to explain applications of different types of batteries. First, I will explain about lead acid batteries applications. These lead acid batteries are used for starting of heavy automobiles, and these batteries are voltage source for energizing the trip, coils of layers and switch gates. And these batteries for starting purpose of rotary converters in substations, lead acid battery will use. And this battery used as a standby lighting source in generating station yards at the time of breakdown, and for the operation of heavy duty switchgear. Also as a source for supplying in telephone exchanges, trains and mines, lead acid battery will be used. And as a power source in submarines, lead acid battery will use. Lead acid battery used in emergency lamps, operation theaters and radio stations, etc. Now we will discuss what are the applications of nickel iron batteries. Previously we discussed lead acid batteries applications. Now we are going to discuss nickel iron batteries applications. These nickel iron batteries suited for traction work and mines, locomotives, minus lamps, lighting and starting of public service vehicles, means lighting of public service vehicles and starting of public service vehicles, and home power systems, telecommunications, submarines, motorcycles. Nickel iron batteries will be used. Next, applications of nickel cadmium batteries. This is nickel cadmium batteries, looks like this. The advantages of nickel cadmium over other rechargeable types are lower weight for a given quantity of stored energy. They are in lightweight. Good charging efficiency. The efficiency is very good during charging and low internal resistance. All batteries have some internal resistance. Those batteries have low internal resistance are very good batteries and non-critical charging conditions. This is the advantage of nickel cadmium batteries. Small variation in terminal voltage during discharge means while we are connecting this for external loads, discharging means chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. The variation in terminal voltage is very small. They can be used in place of regular batteries in most applications. Eveready sealed nickel cadmium batteries are ideally suited for use in many types of batteries operated equipments. Some of the main applications are listed here. Portable communication equipments, portable hand tools and appliances, portable computers, shavers, tape recorders, television sets, toothbrushes, motorized equipment, power tools, or the applications of nickel cadmium batteries, two-way radios, electric razors, commercial and industrial portable products, medical instrumentation, emergency lighting, toys, and calculators are the applications of nickel cadmium batteries. And dictating machines, digital cameras, instruments, personal pagers, photo flash equipments, aircraft starting batteries, and electric vehicles are the applications of nickel cadmium batteries. Next, we will see the comparison of lead acid battery, nickel iron batteries, and nickel cadmium batteries. The active materials on positive plate when fully charged. When these are fully charged conditions, active materials, lead peroxide is a positive plate, nickel hydroxide is a positive plate of nickel iron battery, and nickel hydroxide is positive plate when fully charged in nickel cadmium type batteries. Next, negative plate. Spongy lead is a negative plate in lead acid batteries. Iron is the negative plate in nickel iron battery. Cadmium is the negative plate in nickel cadmium type batteries. Please note down this comparison is very helpful for academic point of view. Please note down. Okay, thank you. And next we'll continue in comparison of all these batteries. Third comparison is what type of container is used for lead acid battery, nickel iron type and battery, and cadmium batteries, nickel cadmium batteries. Glass or ebonite are used as a container in lead acid batteries. Steel is used as a container in nickel iron batteries. Steel is used as container in nickel cadmium batteries. Next comparison is electrolyte. Dilute sulfuric acid will be used as electrolyte in lead acid batteries. Potassium hydroxide will be used as electrolyte in nickel iron batteries. Potassium hydroxide as electrolyte in nickel cadmium batteries. You can see the comparison for nickel iron and nickel cadmium is not much difference, but these are different with lead acid batteries. Next comparison about activity of electrolyte. Lead acid batteries, this electrolyte will take part in reaction. Then coming to the nickel iron type batteries, potassium hydroxide does not take part in reaction. Then same in nickel cadmium type batteries, the potassium hydroxide does not take part in reaction. But in lead acid battery, the electrolyte dilute as sulfuric acid, H2SO4 will take part in reaction. You can see in the chemical reaction or chemical balance reaction of charging and discharging of lead acid cell. You can see these H2s and SO4s will be on left hand side and right hand side. That's why this electrolyte dilute sulfuric acid takes part in the reaction. And next, coming to the next comparison, variation of specific gravity of electrolyte during charging and discharging. In my previous class, previous video lesson, I explained about specific gravity, how we will measure the specific gravity. Please go through my previous video class on specific gravity of electrolyte to know about what is specific gravity of electrolyte. Now coming to lead acid batteries, it varies from charge to discharge between 1.21 during fully charged condition. The specific gravity of lead acid battery is 1.21. When fully discharged, the specific gravity of lead acid battery is 1.15. Then the range is from fully charged condition to fully discharged condition is 1.21 to 1.15. Then coming to nickel iron battery, the specific gravity of electrolyte remain constant and it is 1.22. Then coming to nickel cadmium battery, its specific gravity of electrolyte remain constant and that too 1.17. Next comparison is volume of electrolyte required, means how much quantity of electrolyte required. Coming to the lead acid batteries, the electrolyte will take active part in the reaction. That's why the lead acid batteries electrolyte required is more. The nickel iron type is less and nickel cadmium type is also less electrolyte volume is required. And next comparison, size of the battery. Lead acid batteries are very large in size, and other two batteries means nickel iron type and nickel cadmium type batteries are very small in size. Next comparison, EMF per cell on full charge. 2.2 volts per cell. Please keep it in mind, 2.2 volts is fully charged cell. If these cells will be connected in series or in parallel to get more voltage or more currents. For 220 volts, 2.2 volts batteries are connected, 100 batteries, 100 cells, 100 into 2.2 is nothing but 220 volts. Nickel iron batteries EMF per cell, each cell battery can develop is 1.48 in nickel iron type and nickel cadmium type is 1.62. Comparatively all these batteries, the lead acid batteries EMF per cell is more. EMF on discharge. When it is fully discharged means it not comes to 0 volts. If it is reaches to 1.8 volts, it requires charging in lead acid batteries. And in nickel iron type batteries, when it is reaches to 1.15, it is again required recharging. And coming to nickel cadmium type batteries, 1.33 is, if it reaches to 1.33 volts, then recharging is required. Next comparison. Coming to the internal resistance. The internal resistance is measured in ohms. For lead acid batteries is 0.02 ohms. Then coming to nickel iron type batteries, it is 0.1 ohm. Then coming to nickel cadmium type of batteries, it is about 0.05 ohms. Compared to all these batteries, the internal resistance of the lead acid battery is very, very low. In continuation in the comparisons, the next comparison is capacity. 10 hours discharge is the capacity of lead acid battery. 5 hours discharge is the capacity of nickel iron battery. And same as 5 hours discharge of capacity for nickel cadmium batteries. Coming to the next comparison, charging and dischargings. Lower rate of charging is used. It cannot withstand higher rate of charging and discharging. Can withstand higher rate of charging and discharging for nickel iron battery. And similar to nickel iron type battery, the nickel cadmium batteries also can withstand higher rate of charging and discharging. And next, coming to the another comparison, ability to short circuit. When shorted, the life of the battery falls to a much lower value. Short circuit do not affect the life, and short circuit do not affect the life. The next comparison is life of the battery. About 12,000 charges and discharges cycles. About 5 years for nickel iron battery. And the nickel cadmium batteries is also having about 5 years of life. But lead acid batteries are not in years, 12,000 charge and discharge cycles. And next comparison is cost. Cost of the battery for lead acid battery is lesser, and for nickel iron type as well as nickel cadmium type batteries, the cost is high. And next comparison is weight. What is the weight of the batteries for lead acid batteries? Lead acid batteries are heavy in weight, or more in weight. And coming to the nickel iron and the nickel cadmium type of batteries, they are very lighter in weight. And the next comparison is mechanical strength. How much mechanically these batteries are strong. Then lead acid batteries are very less mechanical strength, and remaining two batteries means nickel iron type and nickel cadmium type, they are more mechanical strength. And next comparison is maintenance and care. For the batteries, how much maintenance is required and how much care we have to take for lead acid batteries. Is maintenance required is frequent lead acid batteries, and remaining two batteries, the maintenance required is very less. And next comparison is ampere hour efficiency. About 95% for lead acid batteries and 80% for nickel iron type batteries and nickel cadmium type batteries. What is ampere hour efficiency we'll discuss in coming video lessons. But please remember ampere hour efficiency, or no, we have another efficiency, watt hour efficiency. Those two are very important to know about this batteries concept. And coming to the next comparison, watt hour efficiency, about 75% for lead acid batteries and nickel and nickel cadmium, about 60%. You can see coming to the ampere hour efficiency and the watt hour efficiency, the lead acid batteries efficiency is more compared to nickel iron type battery and nickel cadmium type batteries. And coming to the applications of the batteries, next comparison is applications of batteries. And coming to the lead acid applications are, they are used mainly in laboratories, automobiles, power stations, substations, trains, etc. are the applications of lead acid batteries. Then coming to the nickel iron type, for traction mines, emergency lights, aviation, etc. are the applications of nickel iron type batteries. Nickel cadmium batteries for traction mines and the aviations are the applications. Here I explained many comparisons. Please note down these comparisons from initial. These are very important for the academic point of view. First three already I given chance to note down. Please remember remaining all 2. Remaining all comparisons, please note down yourself. I am showing here for some duration. Please note down these comparisons for academic point of view. Please note down these comparisons. Among the three batteries, lead acid batteries are most commonly used batteries, and the applications are not limited. Then lead acid type batteries applications elaborately, traction batteries are used in golf carts and other battery electric vehicles. Large lead acid batteries are also used to power the electric motors in diesel electric submarines when submerged, and are used as emergency power on nuclear submarines as well. Next, wall-regulated lead-acid batteries cannot spill their electrolyte. They are used in backup power supplies for alarm and smaller computer systems, particularly in uninterrupted power supplies (UPS) and for electric scooters, electric wheelchairs, electrified bicycles, marine applications, battery electric vehicles or micro hybrid vehicles, and motorcycles are some of the main applications of lead acid batteries. Many electric forklifts use lead acid batteries where the weight is used as part of a counterweight. Lead acid batteries were used to supply the filament heater voltage with 2 volts common in early vacuum tube radio receivers. Are the examples or the applications of lead acid batteries. The difference between cell and battery is cell is a single unit that converts chemical energy into electrical energy, and battery is a collection of cells. The cell and battery both stores the chemical energy and then converts the stored chemical energy into electrical energy. The battery is made with collection of cells, maybe in series or parallel. As we discussed previously, the cells are two types, primary cells and secondary cells. Primary cells are use and throw, and secondary cells are rechargeable cells.